Hi everyone, welcome back to What's on My Plate. So for today I'm making a homemade vegetable broth. It's going to be delicious and you're going to love it. So let's get started. Okay, to begin with my vegetable broth, what I'm doing is I'm using a big stock pot. So this stock pot goes up to 14 quarts. I'm going to fill it up to 12 quarts, and then I'm going to add in all the vegetable scraps that I have frozen and saved throughout like the month, 2 months. And then I'm going to make my broth, and then I'm going to use it for soups. I'm going to freeze some of it. So this is the beginning of my vegetable broth. So we're going to fill it 12 quarts, and then we will start with the other steps. Okay, so I'm going through my freezer and I have a red pepper frozen I'm going to use for my vegetable broth. So anytime your vegetables are on their way out, make sure you wash them and put them right in the freezer. And then just let them stockpile in there, and then go ahead and make a huge stock pot of vegetable broth or whatever broth you would like. So I have this. I have a lot of green onions. So long green onions. I have a lot of celery. This is all from the freezer. All these are green onion. I just put in like a week ago when I used them. So I have a lot of green onion and a lot of celery. And then I'm also going to just add garlic in. So I just have this little bulb and I'm just going to smash it up. And I'm just going to put this in whole. And I guess I don't have any frozen carrots, or they're in my other freezer. So I actually need some carrots today because I'm making something later for dinner. So I just took all the carrot scraps. I always have frozen herbs in my freezer. So this is parsley, which I'm going to add. And like, if you get a really good container, look how fresh. This looks like it was just picked and washed. You got to make sure the container seals very well. Otherwise, you know, it's hard to like freeze parsley. You can't freeze parsley in Ziplocs. I don't care if someone tells you that, you can't. I've done it, and then you're disappointed when you go look at it and you're like, what is that? So I have my parsley and any frozen vegetables that I have. I do have more peppers. I'm going to add them in. So now my water is 12 quarts and it's starting to heat up, and we're going to start seasoning it and adding all our vegetables. That's the next step. Okay. So my water is going to get to a boil. I turned on the stove, and now I'm going to start adding my frozen vegetables. So whatever vegetable, leeks, anything, any skin from cucumber, anything you have, just make your own broth. And it just, this pepper smells absolutely fresh and sweet. Then I have, like, I saved the end of an onion. So I'm going to add that in. My onion, green onion, that's going in as well. Then I have more green onion. So I'm making a big batch with my kitchen scraps or my vegetables that are on their way out. You can make smaller batches. I'm just making a huge batch because this is going to boil for a while. You need this to reduce as much as it can, and then you're going to see the richness in the broth. And then we're going to season it now a little bit, but once it reduces and it's almost done, then you want to season it. You taste it and add a little more salt, something to give it some flavor. So I'm going to add my celery. It's like I just took the whole thing and cut it up and just put it. All this is going to boil. And now here I have some green peppers actually. So here's some green peppers. Okay, so basically there's not like a full, like 2 peppers. It's your kitchen scraps. You save those up and you use them in your broth. Okay, so I'm gonna add my fresh frozen parsley because we want some flavor. I'm gonna add 3 bay leaves, whatever's left in my thing. I would put 3-4 bay leaves in this because it's a lot of water. And then also I'm gonna put my garlic, just peel it, leave the skin on. You can smash it on your counter, but that's it. You can cut it in half. I'm just putting it in whole. And then here I have more celery. Okay, and then I have all my carrot scraps. My carrot scraps, they're all going in. And so we have bay leaf in there. I'm gonna add some black pepper. So we're gonna do like about a teaspoon of black pepper. And also I'm gonna add my herbs that I've dried. I dried a lot of herbs, and if I don't finish them before the year's up, I can add it in here because I'm gonna start growing my new herbs and then I'm gonna dry those. So we're gonna put that in next. Okay, so I have some dried herbs here. Okay, this is oregano. I'm gonna add oregano. That was about 2 tablespoons. I have dried thyme, and this is all from my garden. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of thyme. This is lemon thyme. Okay. And then I'm going to add salt. Where's my salt? I'm gonna add some salt. Here it is. So we're gonna do about just a tablespoon of salt. And I also threw some leeks in here. I had some leeks and everything else you saw that I put in here. I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a little mix so this all falls down. And now this just needs to boil. Let it boil. So again, you're putting in here all the scraps you save. And all you need is your water and whatever you froze. And you put it in here, you season it up, and you're gonna have the best homemade broth. And it's gonna be amazing when you make your own soups and you're adding your own broth, you know? So let this get to a boil, let it simmer, and it's gonna go for at least an hour or so. And then when it's done, I will show you while it's cooking. And like when it's, I guess within an hour, I'll show you and we'll go from there and see if it needs any longer. And then we'll get to those steps. Okay, so here is another container I found of frozen peppers. And I use this when I make my meat sauce or stews. And I just want to throw a pepper in there for flavor. So I just took out a few and I added them to my vegetable broth that's boiling now. And I'm going to save this because I need it for other stuff that I'm making, you know, in the next couple days. So see, I just freeze everything. Even just if it's on its way out, freeze it. And look how like fresh everything looks. You just need an airtight container, and you can use your vegetables that you were just going to throw away. Okay, so we'll get to the next steps after this boils for a while. Okay, and just going through my refrigerator now, and I used a red onion the other day, so I have half of an onion here, which I'm not going to use for anything in the coming days, so it's probably going to go bad. So with the skin on, the whole red onion, I'm just going to cut it in half, and then maybe a half again. So I'm going to add this to my vegetable broth. So the red onion is going to give it a subtle flavor, and it's going to really add to this vegetable broth. So basically so far, pepper, green onions, regular onion, carrot scraps, celery, red onion. I put some leeks in there. Anything, again, that you have that's going to be, like, I would have just thrown this out. Why throw it out? You know, you can just take this, and I could have froze it. But I'm just trying to get everything that I have in my freezer into this broth now so that I can replenish my stock. So I'm going to go ahead and add this in now. And again, after it boils up and it simmers and reduces, I will show you. Okay, so my vegetable broth is boiling away. So I'm actually making something. I had an onion that I just used. So I have the skin of the onion and the pieces that I didn't use. I'm throwing that in as well. So I'm just trying to show you that all these scraps are going to make you the best broth. Whether it's a vegetable broth, a bone broth, a seafood broth, just keep your scraps. And just wanted to show that to you as well. So this is going in now. Okay, so my vegetable broth is now complete. I simmered it for 2 hours. You can simmer it longer if you want. You can have it reduced by half. I'm just gonna leave it at this point because I tasted it and it's amazing. I'm not gonna flavor it anymore because it has just enough flavor. So I scooped some out. I don't know if you could see the color in it, and I tasted it. And I can taste every vegetable I put in here, and the little bit of the salt I put in this big stock pot was more than enough. So, I mean, I just can't even tell you how flavorful this is. I'm so excited to make a soup with this. So I'm going to drain all the vegetables, and I will show you what it looks like and how much it yielded me. So I thank you so much for watching what's on my plate. And this was all from my scraps of vegetables that made this flavorful broth. Okay, so I removed all these vegetables from my broth. So here's my broth. It still has little stragglers in there. And then, so what I'm gonna do is just strain it now, because you need the big pieces out because you don't want all of that to splatter all over you. But check out this color. I mean, this broth is so amazing. And it just, again, just with all these vegetables that were in my freezer that I just saved. So I'm just going to strain it now, and I will show you. I just wanted you to see all the vegetables that I removed. Okay, so here is all my broth. I have 2 bowls of it. So I'm going to clean out my stock pot, and I'm going to pour it back in, and I'll let you know exactly how many cups of broth I have made. But look at the color. Look at the color on that. And the flavors there. So the color, if you cook it longer, it has this richness that comes out. The richness and flavor and the color. So also I did throw in a red onion with the peel, and then with the skin, not the peel, and then all the skin from the yellow onion. It gives it, you know, adds to the color. So I just wanted you to see this, and I thank you so much for watching what's on my plate. This is my vegetable broth. Okay, so it's strained beautiful color, beautiful flavor, and I just wanted to come back and let you know that I have 9 quarts of vegetable broth. So that is 36 cups. So when you make it, make as much as you can so you can freeze it and so you can use it. Because it's a lot of work to have it sit there for 2 hours. Sorry about all the steam. It's fogging up my camera. I thank you so much for watching What's on My Plate.